You got necklace, earrings.
You are live.
Okay.
I gotta go live from here first. Hold on. I don't think I'm live from Instagram yet. I don't think it's gonna let me change it. Shit. Hold on. I gotta end it. Give me a minute.
You gotta do end stream.
Oh no, I don't. I know. I got it. I got it. Can you see it?
See.
Did you like what it looked like on everything else?
Oh. Am I able to see? Oh yeah, we're live.
Okay, we live.
Did you get? I got the notification.
I did too.
Okay.
I didn't do it on. I didn't look on Facebook yet though.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, we live on there too. We live on there too.
You see it?
Yes.
Is that who I started though?
Huh?
No, some people popped up on my Facebook and how do these people know that I'm looking real good?
It's the lead. Oh, this is cute. We got one viewer. Oh, that might be me.
We'll get. We'll just what we said we were doing for today.
Welcome to our reviewers. Hey, girl.
Yeah. Even though it's just you.
Right. They
Oh
don't
my
know that
god.
yet. They don't know that yet.
All right, this is the
That's
first
fine.
one. We're going to get into a lot of things, but we're going to just keep it real for this one. Which one you starting with? Which topic did you say we're starting with? The welcome, like introducing?
Yes, introducing ourselves. So, Nathalee, the hostess with the mostest, you have to tell us
Hello.
a bit about you.
Hello all, my name is Nathalee. I am an entrepreneur. Um, I, gosh, long story short, short story long. We have no idea what we're doing, but it's gonna work.
Say it again.
I said we don't know what we're doing, but this is gonna work.
This is gonna work because first of all, this StreamYard is
It's
the
everything.
shit.
It's giving life to me. I love this background.
It's given. It really is. It's
I
given.
after a little while, this thing gonna start coming together, and we're gonna be looking back at ourselves like, what in the world happened to what was going on with this person?
We look official. We
That's
look
what
like
it
official tissue.
is.
But no, we okay. Let's get into it. First of all, tell me what exactly is SetTeaS?
Okay, SetTeaS derived from my parents are Jamaican. My dad moved to England when he was 5. But the British and Jamaican, they used to be the British used to be over Jamaica. They call a couch in the British Jamaica SetTeaS, SetTees. So whenever my grandmother used to tell us to sit down and not to play around on her settee, she was talking about sitting down on her couch and not to play around. I sell Jamaican teas, herbal teas, holistic teas, regular chamomile tea that herb that tea lovers enjoy. So I put them together and I created SetTeaS. I knew that I wanted to sit on a couch, or I knew I wanted to be in a comfortable spot and be able to explain to people and give everybody a different outlook on situations that we all go through in all different types of ways. So that's where SetTeaS came about. It was my tea business on top of being comfortable on a couch that derived the SetTeaS.
I like
That
that.
was so
Play on words.
yes, it was a really good play on words. So I was sitting down trying to figure it out. I had Good Hope JA, but a lot of people had that, and that's the district that my mother is from in Jamaica. So after I realized that I wanted to do something totally different, and I absolutely love my name. I love it. This is everything. It says everything that I need it to say for me. So that's how that came about with the SetTeaS name. I've been selling teas, herbal teas, Jamaican teas since 2021. I was doing it at pop-up shops in Georgia, selling on the side in parking lots, anywhere that I can think of to go sell it. I was out there pushing and trying to get my stuff out there. Then I made a Wix page, but that was very complicated. I decided after a year to slow down because at that point I was helping my husband to get his business in order. So I kind of stopped everything altogether. I knew I wanted to do a rebrand, but I wasn't sure what it was going to entail. So I took another year off, year and 6 months a year, and then I started to. I told him that I wanted to get back into it, and he wanted me to get back into it because he knows I love and enjoy and know everything that is about herbs. It's my life. It's what I grew up on. It's what I know. I don't take medicine. I don't take if it's not vitamins, which we need for our body. I don't really take medicine. You won't see it in my house. So ibuprofen and stuff like that. I have an herb for it, and I live by them.
That's what's up.
Other than that, that was basically it. But then I had told everybody I was gonna rebrand by 2025, but I had gotten a lot of requests that that would take too long, and they wanted my teas because they knew my teas were so premium. They come straight from Jamaica, so I decided to do it early. But then you and I reconnected, which was a
Because your
thank you.
brother told you he's coming. About to die.
My brother did not. My brother told me the spirits told him to tell me to tell us to get it back together.
Wait,
That
wait.
is
Is your nickname Noob?
no, my nickname is not new.
Who is Noob?
My daughter calls me the noob, or my
Well,
son
your
calls me the
daughter
noob.
said give her a shout out, please. So
Shout out to Skizzy. Peace, Skizzy. You guys can connect with her on that Xbox. She is always on there killing people on Fortnite with her older brother with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, all of the above. So shout out Peace Skizzy. I'll get y'all her name later and link that in the description below.
well, she's over here in the chat.
Tell her to
I
get out the chat.
just I just so happened to I just so happened to say, "Who we got comments? Who is that?"
It's so bad.
It's that time.
Yeah, no, they on vacation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Y'all in Georgia. I forgot. We got one more day and then we on vacation.
I'm
Lovely.
done.
Tell me something. Let's freaking go. I know that's right. Big your mother up. Wait till Drea can type up in these chats about to put up. Let me give her YouTube back.
Where's Sharice? Where's Sharice at?
In her room watching whatever she got Drea. So yeah.
Okay, so then we're gonna get into our story, which is a nice long story. Um, and a fun story and a sad story and a all kind of type of relationship story that you can think of. But describe and explain yourself, Miss Charlsey.
Well, it's not a sad story, it's a life story.
That's true.
I'm trying to get my phone to charge. Okay, that ain't good. Skizzy said bye.
Bye. From the other room.
It's not a like I said, it's not a sad story, it's a life story.
Mm-hmm.
Like what am I supposed to do? Talk about myself or talk about how we met?
No, just talk about yourself right now. We'll get to that. We can kind of give them a brief overview after we finish introducing yourself.
But I don't sell teas. I drink teas. I love teas. I'm not from Jamaica. I'm American. So this is going to be a Caribbean versus American podcast.
Due to the different upbringing, but yet you still have the same upbringing, kind of.
Sort of, kind of, but yes. But I am just a regular person. I connected with Nathalee to do podcasts because it was something that I wanted to do, and the rebrand and bringing me on as a co-host just made sense. Just like I said, our story is a life story about womanhood, motherhood, friendship, relationship, all of that, both separate and together. So it just made sense to just kind of jump on to SetTeaS and launch this with her. I'm not really here to necessarily brand myself. I'm here to help brand Nathalee's business. And I'm drinking out of my teacup. Do you remember this?
Oh, I bought that for you from Maui. You still have my cup.
Yes, it hasn't broken or anything, so I still have my cup. So I sip my teas.
You still got that thing, that brown thing I gave you?
What brown thing?
That circle / brown thingy. What it's for is for when you go to, when Maui they wear those cloths, and then you can tie the cloth and it ties it together.
You ain't give me no circle brown thing.
I did.
Well, I only got the cup. Okay. I don't remember no circle brown thing.
I'll show it to you in a minute.
Come in handy for the teas, okay?
That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, well, keep going.
Yes, but I'm here to help you and give my experience and my point of view to some of the topics that we'll be discussing, and hopefully we'll get some people that will send us an email of some things that they want to hear us talk about. But I'm excited to just, first of all, our conversations in general
have always been
overall, whether we crying, laughing, or whatever. I think that our relationship and our dynamic will help other people out there. So that's pretty much what I'm here for.
Okay. I don't think you're just digging me up. I think that it's something that I kind of feel like we wanted to do this before, but we just never did it. But again, life happened, and it.
But I don't think it was a real name. I don't know if it was.
No, we didn't have a name.
Right. Like, I don't know if it was like a podcast. It wasn't, podcasts weren't out then. Even though it doesn't even seem that long ago.
We were going to do a YouTube.
Yes. Yes. But now everybody is saturating the market. We might as well jump on it, right?
We should have been in it. But only I believe in when it happens in.
I was about to say that. The stories at the
nothing. There is not one thing that we would have been able to speak on.
First of all, it would have been off the hook. and we probably wouldn't have grown in the way that
Mm-hmm.
we grew, because
Yeah.
that era,
Mm-hmm.
to talk about that era while living it, we would have stayed
Mm-hmm.
in it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So we had to
Think,
experience that so we could talk about it later.
yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot that we could. That would have went. I think that would have went left.
Just the pasta stories alone is imagine, please, no. We'd have been stuck. So we needed to go through that so that we could talk about it for the newer people that are
Yeah.
going
They don't
through it.
understand. But a lot of it's not even the newer people. It's like people, even with the topics that we're gonna get on into. It is for adulters that are older than us.
Yeah, they can learn from us too. But the adults that are the older generation, what are they? Baby boomers? That who are what are you? You ain't that much younger than me, are you?
Just
So were you millennial too, or
one.
are you Gen Y?
What's
Who's
in the
after
com-
us?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are
Let me
we?
see.
No, Gen Y is millennial. Lord, let me Google it.
That's
I
what I say.
think
What people say.
Gen Y is the millennials. Let me see. Yes, Gen Y is the millennials. That's anybody born between 1981 and 94.
Okay.
And then the people
Yeah.
before us is Gen X, and then the people before them are the baby boomers.
Okay. So we're
So
Gen Y.
yes, we're Gen Y, aka millennials.
Millennial.
Um, Gen X and Gen Y, we're similar, but we the ones who kind of grew up with technology.
Okay. Yeah.
The baby boomers,
They
they are
are
stuck.
something different.
They are
They're
stuck.
definitely different.
So
They're,
will they benefit from our podcast? We hope so. But they're not the generation to that evolved with the world in a sense. They are still stuck in I want to say they might still be stuck in like the 60s, 70s. Because the 80s is when we started to progress as people because of technology.
okay.
Does that make sense? And
Yeah.
then therapy and all the other resources that we started to have as technology became
Progress.
progressed. Even as far as just being acclimated to the world, because we have the world at our fingertips now, they're still not used to that. So
But it's
hopefully,
not a lot. It is a lot of them, but I will say there are also a lot of them that I've met and I talked to, and they're like us. There are some that are like us. They're understanding of changing and doing better and knowing better and doing better.
mm-hmm,
Um, and because I've met ones that are older than our parents, and they have no problem um, learning something new, conforming to something new, learning that there's a different way or another way to learn things, going to counseling, getting help.
mm-hmm.
So I guess there could be more than just baby boomers that are just stuck. I think, and this is again comes up with the topics that we're going to get into. It's a mindset that people. It's not. We fight ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely fight ourselves, and you can fix that. Everything can be fixed. Not saying that there aren't hiccups in the road, but everything can be fixed.
Right. It can be. I think that. I
But to
think
be
so.
stuck, you can't be stuck.
Yeah. And I think the way that everything can be fixed is simply by communication. Communication involving listening and
Hmm.
talking. Keyword there is listening, though. So you got to be able to,
Listen to understand.
yes, definitely.
because you can listen and it just keeps going from ear to ear, and it's not. If you honestly want to understand and change, it can be fixed.
Oh, I got a good segue story for this, right?
Hit me.
So I mentioned to you before we got on the call that somebody called.
Yes, yes.
So while talking to this individual, I kept saying, "You're not listening to me."
Now, is that where that from yesterday came from?
No,
Oh, that was the other one.
yeah, we talked. But we were in a mode of reminiscing, and
Wow.
we were reminiscing about a particular situation where we were bumping heads,
Okay.
and he basically was saying to me, this is what I wanted because this is how I felt. My response was, I understand, but when that moment came, you didn't acknowledge that moment, so it was gone.
Right.
it
Right.
was and he just kept saying, but you didn't want to. You didn't want to. You didn't want to. You didn't want to. And I said, but you're not listening to me. I just said when the moment was there, you didn't acknowledge it. So it was gone.
Yeah.
What are you not understanding? You like it was just like he was refusing to hear that I was saying there could have been
But
more.
mm-hmm.
But when the moment and the opportunity was there, you didn't take it.
Yeah.
Conversation continues on. Needless to say, he says, I would date you now. I said, but you can't. Did you not hear me say the moment
So
is
they
gone?
so he just so he still hasn't see the hearing. My grandmother always used to say. My grandmother, God rest her soul. My grandmother always said, hearing and understanding is two different things. Just like
It is.
reading and understanding is two different things.
Yeah.
You may know how to read, you may know how to listen, but are you hearing and are you understanding what you read?
Right, right. My post
He did.
yesterday,
Oh,
what did I say yesterday?
oh, we look. This is the great the part with we'll put that in there with what
Right.
you
I think
said.
I said something in the sense of I'm just in a nutshell, I'm tired of talking to stupid people, right? Because let's say I say to you, Nat, this 1 + 1 is 2.
Mhm, mhm,
And you be like, yeah, 1 + 1 is 2. But I think that 1 + 1 is also 3.
mhm,
It can't be because we just said that 1 + 1 is 2. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, cool. But then you turn around 1 month later and you come to me and say, guess what I found out? I found out 1 + 1 is 2. No shit. Because for the past month, you've been telling me that I'm crazy because I said that there can only be one answer. And now that you didn't went out and somebody else told you the same thing I told
mhm,
you, you want to come
mhm,
back like you didn't taught
mhm,
me something.
mhm,
No,
mhm, mhm. I'm glad that you caught it. Took you a little while, but you caught it.
and it's
But
just
don't
like,
call me crazy because I've been trying to say the same thing because that's not what you want to do. You're
right.
not
And
gonna call me crazy.
it's been happening more and more in the workplace too. It's not just with family and friends. It's like no one is listening to understand. They're listening
Right?
to be right in a sense. Like
Yes.
No one likes to be wrong.
No.
Everyone wants to be right.
Yeah.
And they will prove it by any means necessary, even if that means gaslighting you to make you feel like you're wrong, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about. Like they people, I don't understand why people do that just for the sake of being right.
Okay, we're in a segue. What's gaslighting?
Nathalee, where you been
I'm telling you,
so
I'm
gaslighting.
in the woods.
So gaslighting is a new word. I shouldn't say it's a new word, but it's an overused word that the masses have been programmed to use. We'll get on that topic later.
Okay.
Because you know how social media is.
Yeah.
But gaslighting basically means you convince someone that something that is true isn't. So like how I was saying that I'm like 1 + 1 is 2. You're like, no, it's not. It's 3. No, it's 2. You're doing it in a sense so that you kind of take control of the situation. It kind of goes hand in hand with like narcissism, how narcissists will try to like make you feel like you're not a victim when you really are a victim. It's like that. So yeah, it's like yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like it happens everywhere though, really. When someone wants to feel like they're right or they want to take control of you in a sense, they make you feel like you're wrong, like you're inferior, like legit will make you feel like you're crazy simply so that they could be right.
You remember you was telling me about, so that's like what you was telling me about the other day, Charlsey, about, never mind, that's another subject, because that's going to segue. But okay, I understand. I definitely understand. I definitely
Like
understand.
the
That's terrible
people,
though, just to be right, but then what does that give you bragging rights to do what? Like I'm not
it's not, I
understanding.
don't think it's about bragging rights. I think that people really just like to be in control. Or be the only one with the plan in a sense. Like I don't get what it does to people because we're not those kind of people. So I don't know why they have to feel like they're right, but I think it's a matter of control. And
Is it a matter of self-love? They don't love themselves. Is it a form of self-love that they don't love themselves? A form.
of
Yeah, so that's like basically bigging themselves up because they got to be right. And if they're right, I know it's right. I know
I
it's
don't
right.
think that's self-love. I think that's, but it still falls under narcissism, right? Because when you're a narcissist, what's the word that they use? It's a terminology that they use. You think highly of yourself, but I don't think that's a form of self-love because self-love to me is you know that you have flaws, right? You know that you're not perfect. Um, you know that you're not God, right? So, and you understand that and you love yourself. Like I don't have to be better than the next person to what's the word I'm trying to say? Like I don't have to be better than the next person to love myself. With a narcissist or someone who gaslights you, um, they don't care. They have no flaws. They're perfect. They're better than the next person. They damn near think they're God. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah.
So with that, I don't know. I don't know why people do that. I don't know. But I've seen a lot of it in regular life and work life where people just like to be in control of things more than a typical, everybody likes to have a little control, right? But this is like excessive.
And it's not because they lack a control elsewhere in their life, which brings me back to themselves.
I guess I would go with that more than the self-love because let's say a person who on surface really ain't shit. You ain't got no job, you ain't got nothing. That person could still be a narcissist because they feel like maybe they feel like they don't need a job because they know that other people will take care of them. Like they feel like you because you need me in your life so bad, you're going to take care of me. And I'm going to make you feel bad when you don't take care of me. So now let's say you're with a guy and he doesn't have a job or whatever, you're taking care of him, and then now all of a sudden you're like, no, I don't want to take care of you anymore. He will flip it and be like, oh, well, you've been doing this for me this whole time, and now all of a sudden you're gonna just leave me like this. You're gonna just leave me like trash, and like that's kind of like a form of gaslighting because now you're flipping it to make them feel bad, like they did something to you, when in actuality you've been using them this whole time. So yeah, he lacks because he don't have nothing, so he has to make you feel less than, think that you get what I'm trying to say. Like I don't know if that's a good example, but
it brings it all back to the same. It is a form of, to me, it's a form of not loving yourself, because there are different forms of not loving yourself.
Yeah,
it's a lot of different ways that if you're concrete and can honestly say to yourself that you love everything about you, faults and all, then you don't have to go looking for it somewhere else or gaslight anybody else so that you can feel good.
Right. Do not disturb.
So, yeah, it is a great deal of self-love. And that, and in my own life, not me, but people around, I noticed that form of not self-loving yourself, whether good, bad, or ugly, is a real major situation, and it's really messing up people's lives. And all they have, it takes a lot. You have to actually come to it. You have to come to a certain level in your life where you're gonna mess up, and you're gonna just be like, I messed up.
Right.
Do I swim in that same pool of mess up and wait for someone to rub my shoulder so I can feel good? No. Or do I rub my own shoulder and figure it out?
Some people don't know how to do either.
I understand. I do.
I have to turn my camera off. I plug up my phone.
No, I understand. I understand people don't really get it, but hopefully that's a part of what our podcast is going to do, is hopefully help people to dig deeper and actually want to. Maybe some people's mentality, they don't want to go to a counselor because they're like, I'm not crazy.
Right. And I think I want people to understand that you don't have to be crazy to go to a counselor. You can be the happiest person in the world and still go see a counselor. Counseling is about having another person help you to sort through your thoughts, your day to day. You get what I'm saying? Just whether you're happy, sad, glad, mad, whatever it is, that is a neutral party. Because sometimes you can't go to family, you can't go to friends.
Yeah.
There aren't people who can understand you sometimes. Like you can have a really good idea and you just need to talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
And let's just say you're first generation college student, right? So there's nobody in your family who's going to understand this big grand idea. You can literally go talk to a counselor about it, like just to have somebody to bounce the ideas off of, because you can drive yourself mad with a good idea.
With those thoughts. Yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be sad, but counseling is definitely good for everyone. It's not just for crazy people. It's just, we do so many different things, and we, especially as women, because we wear so many different hats, those
Yeah.
worlds start to collide, and you need a safe space to what's the word? Compartmentalize
Yeah.
each. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I know that I'm going through all of these motions, but where does these emotions belong? Am I feeling these emotions because I'm a mom? Am I feeling these emotions because I'm a woman? Am I feeling these emotions because I'm a friend? Like, you get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
everything gets bottled into one. So counseling is good for all.
But that's what how you explain it is what I'm hoping we can get through with to our community. Eh, like you said, you can't always go to your family, you can't always go to a friend. Um, you can't always go to a sibling. You can't, you can't go to a coworker. You can't go. I'm hoping that SetTeaS can allow, even if you're anonymous, to just either send us a letter, um, send us some type of information, message us on Instagram, on here, anywhere, and just tell us what you're going through and see if we can sort you out because we've gone through.
Yeah. So even if you can't get to a counselor, we want to hope that the stories and stuff we share can be some type of guidance
Yeah.
for whoever is watching. Whether it's on Facebook, where we are live at right now, YouTube, where we are live at right now, or Instagram, where we are live right now. All under SetTeaS. So wherever it is. And then the email is scrolling across the bottom. So yeah,
It will be setteas.love@gmail.com. But I hope that everybody will be able to get the same clearance within their mind, their thoughts, and get a better understanding and see things through, I guess, what we discussed. And this is just the welcome.
right.
We have topics, we have discussions coming that it will definitely blow your mind.
Like, can I tell a story? We talked about it the other day. Um of how we met. So before we end the live, right? So how we met is we was both working a temp job at this Indian company. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I think either you was getting on the elevator or I was getting off or something like that, but we bumped into the hallway. This girl told me her whole life story after hello. It was just like, girl, I don't even know you. So like, can we walk and
It
talk?
was
Can we walk and talk? It was just probably like one of those days where Nathalee was like, "Ooh, a friendly face, girl. Come here, let me tell you what happened yesterday."
let me holler at you real quick. It was good. It was a nice. It was. You always have and always been that friendly, my comfort zone.
It was
Always
it
have.
was
You've always
it was
been
a
a
very
comfort.
weird encounter in the beginning. And I was just kind of like, okay. But I think I've had a lot of those encounters where people just kind of come and tell me everything, and I never know what to do
Mm-hmm.
with the information later. It's just kind of like, okay, like what am I supposed to do here? But
Mm-hmm.
one time, this girl that I went to school with, she stopped me in town, and she was like, "Hi, how you
Mm-hmm.
doing?" So I'm just like, "Hi, how you doing?" Didn't remember who she was. She was
Mm-mm.
like, "I will never forget, the advice you gave me when we was in gym class, and I really appreciate it. And, I always, I was looking for you for a while." And I'm like, "Okay, good. Glad it worked out."
Right.
I didn't know who this girl was until she sent me a friend request on Facebook, and like I saw her old school pictures. I was like, "Oh, that was the girl."
Oh, that's
But you never know who is supposed to come into contact with you
mm-hmm.
and share their story or ask your advice. You just want to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you're the most authentic person that you can be and just
Mm-hmm.
say whatever is put on your heart to say.
Mm-hmm.
So when we met, I don't know if I gave you advice, but I invited you to go out.
Yes, you did. You. Sometimes some people just need a listening ear,
Right.
and I usually now I don't, but I don't think with you I did wrong in any way. I feel like God always puts me in the path of someone that He wants me to do something with, learn with, grow from,
Mm-hmm.
um, take piece of, um, and it was me going on the elevator, and you were already on the elevator. And I remember, and we went up, and I was looking for the floor, and you were actually going to that same floor. And you were going to show me what's her name, that lady lives. I remember her name. I remember her name, but I won't say it. But and I had to go there, but it was just something about you that was just welcoming, welcoming, welcoming. And I am very glad that I bumped into you in the elevator.
Yes. Cause then we went out and I realized what high on life meant. And it was just kind of weird from there. It was just like, okay, we go to the club
Mm-mm.
and it's first of all, it's New York City club. So New York City is expensive to get in, to buy
And
drinks, to do whatever. So we go in, I get a drink, Natalie does not. And the music is playing. It's a Caribbean nightclub. The music is playing, and she is having the time of her life.
I am.
It was
I did.
literally just me and her, and she is having the time. This would be the perfect moment to insert a picture here.
Okay.
But she's having the time of her life, and the security guard comes over to me. Anybody who partied in New York City in the early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
they was not playing in the club like that. And the man was like, you're gonna have to take her home. And I'm like, why? We just got here. We was only here for maybe 15 minutes. We just got here. What do you mean? He was like, we can't have her, in the club drunk like this. I said, somebody bought her a And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, she's not drunk. She didn't even have nothing to drink. What do you mean? He was like, she didn't have nothing to drink. I said, no. And he looked at her, he looked at me, and we just all fell out laughing. I was like, this girl is not drunk. And I think that is when I learned what high on life was about. You was just excited to be outside enjoying yourself. And from then on, it was just kind of like, I think I kind of like this girl. Like, we can hang out. I'm gonna make sure she calms down though, because now I got to give her a speech before we go out. Like, when we get in the club, stand right in this box, don't you?
By the speaker, don't move.
Don't move.
Okay? By
Right
the
here.
speaker, don't move.
Right.
Oh
But
my
we
God. That
were,
was the best night.
yeah, living life. And it was just kind of like, all right, either she really needed this night out or she just really just enjoying life right now. But from there is we formed our friendship, and hopefully all of the stories that follow that will give, others some type of what's the word I'm looking for? Some type of insight into their own lives.
Yeah. Because we're not all perfect. We're
No,
not all
they
perfect.
will.
Life isn't perfect.
Yeah. Hopefully that you all will get to know more about us and our imperfect lives and how we have navigated them up until this point, and what we plan on doing going forward. Like, she just relaunched her tea brand. Definitely go and get that. I have been drinking the teas. See how beautiful I look.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Oh
Caribbean, but
man.
I'm Caribbean. I'm not Caribbean, but I'm Caribbean. So I love the natural remedies and things that Nathalee, and that's another thing too about our friendship. I learned a lot from Nathalee as far as just natural healing. So any questions that you have about healing your body, I will say Nathalee is the person to go through to, whether it's, what's that thing you used to have me doing? Uh, I didn't do this one
Which
though.
one?
To eat right for your blood type.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh
my
yeah.
blood type
Oh
told
yeah.
me tofu, and I was not ready to try tofu. It was just give me something else. So we
Yeah.
we used
You
to
pick and choose
do.
from that one. Pick and choose for that one because that one
It
was
didn't have
also
no. It
saying that
didn't have no meats for my blood type.
they told my daughter that she couldn't have bananas and she loves bananas.
It
So you
I
have to pick and choose.
it
Like
I
I
would
don't
have
eat
been
chicken.
eating nothing. I would have been eating nothing. It was nothing on that list that I wanted to eat. Nothing. Nothing on the list. It was just scratch that. Let's do something else. So even we used to do workouts virtually. She'll get you right in the gym. The teas again. I'm trying to think what else did we do over time. Did you do the 21-day thing with the cups and stuff? We listen, if you want to get yourself right, hit up that. Girl, I've been trying to
We've
get
done
and
it
lose
all.
weight all my life.
Mhm. But I fine tune it now. I understand. Because I live it now. I can
Mhm.
actually and honestly tell and explain exactly down to the T what each and every herb does for you. Like
Right.
coworker of mine has headaches and body aches. Vervine. You need Vervine in your life.
Mhm.
Vervine is and all the teas are bitter. So don't think you're coming to get herbs from Jamaica that's going to taste good because we don't even call it herbs, we call it bush
Mhm.
because we're going to the bush to get
Mhm.
these things. And Cersei is nasty, but it's a blood cleanser. It cleanses your blood. It
Mhm.
gets your blood pressure down low. And there's so many different things. Vervine, soursop, guinea hen. It does so many guinea hens. You know, that's a herb that can cure some things that people don't even want to acknowledge in the United States.
Mhm. Mhm. And I'm sure that we will get more into just the healing of it too. We will try to get on TikTok and talk about this too. So y'all could go over there to TikTok. We haven't streamed there yet, but we will. So we'll have pop-up lives. Definitely we'll have some just pre-recorded podcasts. But we're looking forward to receiving emails from everyone with different topics that you want us to discuss. And we're gonna have some fun. Of course, I'm never too serious. I'm never too serious. Um,
Except when we have to get into serious conversations that, yeah.
and even that, I can can go into a crying conversation and be crying and stuff, and I'm still gonna crack a joke. I just I have dark humor. It helps me. I don't like to
Right.
be sad. I really don't. I'll be sad for a second, but I'm gonna crack a joke up in there so we can laugh because it's like, all right, break that up, break that
Just
up.
like what you text me today. Oh my gosh. What you text me today. I was looking, I was like, oh heck no. I said, no, 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 no. I know the devil is a lie, and that's not going to be. So I actually called my husband and was like, how can I say? So I kind of give him like not what happened, but like a scenario. He's like, what do I always tell you? And I was like, oh yes. And as soon as he said that, I remember, and that's why I typed that paragraph.
Hmm.
You're only in control of what you can do. And
Hmm.
I didn't want to see you, beat yourself up in any way because it's just like why we're having this. We're all going through something. You can you can be a multimillionaire, a billionaire, and still have something that goes wrong.
Hmm.
And you can do better. You can say, you know what, that wasn't my fault, or it was my fault, or
Right,
but don't let it hinder you for your day.
right.
And I'm hoping that
I'm
that's what we
I'm
do.
I'm gonna expound on that a little bit and kind of explain what happened. So there was a situation that happened that kind of like I was I wasn't beating myself up about it, but I was angry about it because I felt like we've been working on trying to start this podcast. Today we knew we were gonna go live. Um, I also been doing other things for other stuff on the back burner because this was my off week from work, right? So I
Mm.
just said to myself, as soon as I sit down to start to push forward, here come the devil. That was my mindset. And it was just like, this is why for the past couple of years, I just kind of been closed off. I want to start a podcast, but I'm not going to start it. I want to start this business, but I'm not going to start it because I felt like as soon as I open myself up to say, this is what I want to do,
Mm.
the devil going to be like, nope. And that's why I said what I said to you. And then I was like, you know what? As I'm processing everything as I'm typing you because I don't know if you saw how I went from mad to like, you know what? I am not receiving this energy and sending it back to whoever. It was just a thought process where I went from 100 to 0. It's like, okay, I'm done with it now. I'm good.
Yeah.
But it
And
was
that's
just
exactly how I expect for our community to process. And
mhm,
that short amount of fast, it's 0 to 100 real quick.
yeah.
Unless you can honestly do something about it, what am I do?
Right. It was a moment, but I really was feeling like the devil is trying to stop me, which means I
It
have
was
to keep
meant to
going.
be.
Yep,
Hmm.
I have to keep going. Whatever it is, whether it's this or the other stuff I've been working on, something about to hit.
Yeah. No, I know. Shoot,
Something
I'm
about to
going.
hit because I haven't. I, it was totally unexpected and it set me back a little bit. It's going to set me back a little bit, but that just means that something is coming
You
out
can
of this.
put the website in there for me.
Okay, hold on. What is it again? Tell it to me.
www.setteas.com.
There you go.
And we'll have all the links at the bottom of our YouTube page, Instagram, everything actually. And Instagram, it's in the bio under our link tree. Excuse me. Um, but exactly how Charlsey processed it today is exactly how quick. And I was sitting in the car like I was just coming from the grocery store, and I was just like, oh No, not with my friend, not today. The devil is a lie. But he does that. He sits and he talks. He because he knows something great is coming. He
Right.
knows something great is coming for us all.
Right.
And whatever he can do to try to allow us to doubt ourselves in that moment, he's going to push so hard. But it's not gonna stop. It's not gonna
Right.
stop. I had a situation in September, a real one.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
ain't, I don't give a flying floozies out there. It ain't gonna stop me. And
Yeah.
whoever know about it, it's okay. We all got to take one for the team.
Right. Look. No, child. Listen. No, but what I would say, this first podcast with us, just kind of like introducing ourselves. The one thing that I want that everyone to take from this is just that, just get started. And
Yeah,
no matter what obstacles come in your way, make sure to push past them, because you never know what your project, what your purpose is going to do for the next person.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
That's
So,
exactly what today's welcome is about.
yep. So I hope we, gave you a good synopsis of who we are and what SetTeaS podcast is.
What to look forward to. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a really good thing, and I feel really good about this. Come with your questions. Like I said, we've gone through a lot. We're not done or finished going through our lives, and we learn from each other. So each one, just feel free to explore how we do different things and how we react and discuss certain aspects in our life.
Yep. So we're gonna
And
sign off. I'm testing some stuff over here. I want to see how the comment section work.
but thank you guys. Thank you so much. I know this is our first one. We're gonna have a few uh, comments. I know after a little while, we will be posting. We will be going live a lot more. So definitely subscribe to all of our Instagram, Facebook, our TikTok, and we'll put those up as well in the description. Um, SetTeaS, in Instagram is set_TEAS. Facebook it is SetTeaS. In order to get in contact with us, you'll do it was at the bottom, and she'll put it back up again if you didn't see it, or you can go back and listen to and watch our video again.
Oh wait,
And
I should be
comment.
paying attention, right? Okay, there you go.
Okay, now, okay, you're out here with out here with it. You are out here. You gonna be? That's my tech man right there.
I'm the producer. Will be. I'm having fun. You don't even understand. I'm having fun. Okay.
I'll see you later.
I'm
Okay.
having fun.
Because I was just that way to put your banner back up. Okay. That's why. That's why God said. That's why God kept whispering to my poor brother, like, "Look, can you please hurry up and get them on? Get them on there. Get them on
Yes.
this. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes. So
I
there
love
you
this,
go.
and then we will explain why we are where we are, and why we're not together yet. Um,
We live in two different states, and I'm not coming to Georgia, so don't even start, because we ain't no. We can do the two monitors. They can see you and they can see me. We can see each other.
I was
They
trying.
might get us in the same room on a holiday.
Yes.
We go on vacation or something.
When we start getting out of here.
Yeah, but you gonna be right there with your plant. I'm gonna be right.
I'm sick of you.
Nope. She there, I'm here. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we got to talk about, wait, real quick. Then we gonna sign off. Do you remember how you used to always say to me, you don't belong in that city.
Yes.
You belong in this city.
Yes. Yes.
So, and ever since I moved on this side, I'm like, oh, I kind of like it over here.
I told you. I told you. I be knowing. I be knowing.
Go
That's
over
not.
in that city. I'll be like,
Yeah, this was never me. This was. She was right. This was not me. This was not me. I knew you didn't have to leave out of that state. I just knew you had to leave out of that
right,
environmental city.
right. I was just kind of like, oh,
Like this, Charlsey, I see in the city that you are and other greater cities.
mm-hmm.
Not saying that that city wasn't a great city, because I know a few ones that came from there, but
It just wasn't my city.
that was not your
Yeah,
city. You were
yeah.
passing through.
Right, right,
And now
right,
that you passed through, you don't want to go back.
right. Now, you Sharice was like, I don't want me over there.
Be like,
Right.
peace give you like, I'm not staying there for long. Like when she go to her grandmother, not my mother. She'll be like, I'm gonna stay there long. I'm like, why? She don't got no good internet.
She over there. She gotta play her game.
She don't got no
No.
internet. Her internet lag. I said, what if you ask her? She not gonna upgrade it, mommy. She not. She not. So that's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay.
But we need a signature sign off. We need a signature sign off. You know how like they be having words of the day at, well, you don't listen to Hot 97 no more, but
Yeah, I remember how it comes thing.
or was it this night the Hot 97? How see the guy, he's on 105, how he gives like a positive note of the day. We gonna work on that. We gonna
Okay.
give a positive note and then we could put it on the banner. That'll be
Yeah,
out.
that works. I like that. I like how this looks. This is
I like it too.
you know how many sleepless nights this has been? This is a very much sleepless night
I
thing.
do. I like it too.
This
I
is
do.
very much I'm
Yeah.
very proud of this. Oh,
Yeah.
and I have to shout out Latanya. Latanya Milton for the help of Canva, girl.
I
Thank you
don't
for
know
your
Latanya,
Canva.
but hey girl, hey.
Forgot to shout
Hey
out Latanya for
girl.
the
Hey
Canva. The
girl.
Canva. I used to be so against Canva.
No, Canva is the bomb.
I did not. You know how long I've tried. Now
Yeah.
that she done upgrade, you see how you said you're in a different city. I'm on a different city on Canva, and she,
The
she
thing with I'm not gonna call myself lazy. I'm
no
still in
what?
a space where I am compartmentalizing everything because I can get on Canva and start
Mm,
working on something.
mm,
And when it becomes too long and tedious to get it just how I want it,
mm.
I'm doing something else.
You know how long? How many? Like, I'm telling you, you know how many sleepless nights. You remember future 40 nights and all them 40 days and all them things. That's how long. Every night I came home from the plantation.
Hmm.
I was up till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and I would not stop until I got right. For some reason, more than likely, what God wanted us to do, or that higher creator, um, I said, I'm not giving up.
Right.
I feel like this is it. I feel like what I'm doing with my team, what I'm doing with you, what I'm doing, what we're doing together, life
Hmm.
alone is it. I can't give up this time.
Right.
So I'm proud of this, and I know that this being number one and just getting my jitters out, like no
Right.
lie, I was seeing like double while I was talking to you when it first started. Like I really wasn't even clear on seeing anything.
But
it
like
was
I said in the
good.
beginning, I'm here to help you. So
You're not here to help me.
yeah, I am. I said it because it was supposed to be said. Because that's not what we talked about before we joined the live. That's not what we've been talking about this whole time. But that's what was said. So that's what it is. This is
No,
SetTeaS is you. SetTeaS is your brand. This is you. I'm just here for the ride. And put the banners up.
this is not. And although you say that, I feel like it's not, especially because of my younger brother's his spirit speaking to him.
But yeah, that could be because this is what I'm supposed to be here for. You got you got
Don't be trying to get big on me and leave.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, there's always a purpose in my life, and I'm ready. Is
Okay.
basically what I'm saying. But all right, let's go. We've been on here for about an hour and 5 minutes and
We
48
did
seconds.
good though because we said no more than how long,
Right,
and we
right,
did it all in one time.
right. Yep. So until when I don't know when we're gonna be back, but we'll put up a schedule, I guess, to let everybody know what days we'll post and what
Yeah.
days they expect us to go live. The kickoff officially is January 5th.
It was actually supposed to be. Let me go back to the calendar because I believe it was the third. It was January 3rd, that Wednesday, which actually is really perfect because would you be okay with that day? Or you want to do it that Sunday?
Remember we will talk.
Because I can change it. We can do that if we have to. Because I believe I'm off. Because my daughter has her piano recital. She's about to blow it down, y'all. She's about to blow it down. She got 2 songs to play.
Okay.
But for your teas, you guys, and I will be making, if you look on my website, I will be making sublimating tea mugs, tea cups, tumblers, shot glasses, um, t-shirts, sweaters. That's coming. That part of the business will start in January. Um, and I kind of can't wait for it because I'm actually getting really soup. I just need to find another table. My room's gonna be packed in here. That's why I'm gonna have to move SetTeaS into the
Mm-hmm.
second room.
All
That
right.
way I can get more room. But I thank you guys so much for coming today. Like Charlsey said, we will come up with a before we leave for the day. And what did they call it?
Hmm?
What do they call it? Like towards the end when they give their
Oh,
last
positive note of the day.
positive note of the day.
You know what we should do on Sunday? You free on Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
So Sunday we should go live and talk about your website and talk about the products.
Okay, we can go through
Because
that.
we could share the screen and talk about it.
Okay.
And
Okay,
have
yeah.
maybe have a 20% off sale.
Yeah, that works. We could do a 20% off. Well, go and put that up there now. Do a 20% off there.
Yeah, 20% off.
Yeah, we'll have a coupon code for that.
Oh, Christmas. That's Christmas Eve. That's cool. Yep.
Okay.
So
Yes.
we'll definitely, you could do that and get you some Christmas Eve sales, 20% off for everybody who joined live.
Yes.
To
And we
buy
can
some
get this up.
teas and get yourself healthy for the new year. To
Yes.
start on the right track. Because that sinner gonna make you drop a couple of pounds before the new year.
That sun ain't a joke. Senna and actually moringa. Moringa is a great vitamin that fights you.
You might need all of them.
Yeah,
Get you
you
started
might.
before the new year.
I love it. Thank you guys for coming, and I hope you guys come back. Definitely remember to subscribe, follow, share, and be
All of the
kind.
buttons is all of wherever they put them on the screen. I got to figure that part out. Wherever
We'll
they put
figure
it on
that
the
part out.
screen. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you guys for joining, Miss Charlsey. We will always see you here.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, y'all.